Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am working on my photos from Austria. These are 6x8 pocket pages. I am back in Salzburg now. This is the Salzburg Cathedral. I actually skipped a couple of layouts from where I left off because I was scrapping recently with a friend and I was able to finish a couple of layouts for this album. So I'm skipping those and now this is where I've landed. And I have almost everything picked out for this, I think. We'll see how it goes. I want to use this card because I love that it matches this color. And then it has this fun spot where I can stamp something. But I haven't picked out what to stamp. So I have to do that. It's definitely on my list. I picked out this card for the right-hand pocket there because I like just the small gold dots and then it says remember. I do have some journaling specific things I want to say there. So I need a journaling card. And then here I'm going to have to do a flip. Photo flips. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably seen me do them. I need them here for some 4x6s. I want to use both of these photos here. This, just a little history for everyone. This is actually the baptismal font that was used when Mozart was baptized. So that's pretty cool. So I definitely want to talk about that in my journaling and some other things. So I want to include both of these photos. Now I pre-printed this card on glossy paper because I liked the look of it. It kind of goes with the ornateness here. There were some flowers in different spots in the church and it's got the gold. But I'm not sure it's going to work because when you look at it, you know, it's going to go between these photos. What am I really going to do with it? I don't know what I would add to a floral piece to make it work. So I may go on the hunt for something else that has a gold pattern to see if I can find something that will work better. But for now, this is what I'm starting with today. I think I've decided on a stamp or a phrase to stamp in there. And I pulled out this stamp set and I don't remember who made this. I think it was Studio 29 it was called, and they're no longer in business. But I think that's who made it. So it's probably not available anywhere, sadly. I'm going to use the Explore stamp and I've already held it up here to make sure that it'll fit, and it does. So that's my next step. I'm going to use just my Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp that, and then I'll be set. So I stamped the phrase. That's what it looks like. Came out perfectly and I love it. So then I have to figure out what I want to do next. I think I am going to go on the hunt to see if I can find something else that might work other than this card that I picked out before I started. I decided to go looking through the Project Life app to see if there was anything else that might work. And I found a kit. It's called Gold Foil Value Kit. 99 cents on here. And I'm thinking this one might work. It's got that same kind of blue. They're very similar. And it's got gold pattern in the back. Normally, I wouldn't buy a digital kit like this for one card, but it's 99 cents, so I don't feel too bad. So I'm going to purchase that and I'll print out the card and see if I can get it to work here. I printed out that particular pocket card and I love it. It's perfect for what I want. It's got the color that matches. It's got gold in it. It's awesome. It even has bigger dots that mimic these smaller dots. So that is all good stuff. Now, let's see here. I'm wondering if no, I was going to say, I wonder if I should move these pockets, maybe this and this, but no, because I like having this here and then the journaling will be opposite. And then this will just be tucked behind this photo. Now the question is, what do I want to do with this? I think it kind of lends itself well to putting a phrase label in here or stamping something. So I may have to look around and find something that I can use there. Sorry if you can hear that. That's my printer resetting after printing this. So I'm going to go through my stash and see if I can find anything that might work on top of this label section. I decided to pull out these stickers. The only thing I've used from them so far is one little geotag. That's it. So I figure I might as well try to work them in somehow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this sticker and I will probably cut off the part that says date, and then I will just overlap the inside part here, put a date on it, and it serves two purposes. It brings in some of the black and gives another visual element there, but it also allows me to put the date. I was actually able to fit in the sticker in this label area by cutting this super close to the edge. So that works. And I'm not going to fill in the date now. I will do that towards the end of the layout, but at least I have that together. So now I have the photo that'll go behind it. I have this at the ready, and then I have this. And I did think about adding a gold star or something, but I don't want to add any bulk to this layout. I want to keep it as flat as possible, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it alone. So I have all of this. I think the only other things that I might add is some splatter mist, like my gold Heidi Shine or something, and maybe some smaller phrase labels or stickers. Really, I don't think it needs much else. So I'm going to grab out that stuff and see what happens. I decided that I am going to do some splattering. So I'm going to use my gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I'm going to put a little bit on this card. I'm just using this little extra cardboard box I had. I got this from Flutter by Designs when they sent their stuff, and I kept it. So I'm just going to put that in here, and then it'll guard the splatter from going anywhere I don't want it to go. Now I'm ready to do some splattering here, and I'm just shaking off as much as possible. I don't like it to be real goopy. A little of this goes a long way. There, I think that's probably enough. And I'll lift it up so you can see. So hopefully you can see all the different spatters there. I think that's awesome. So I will just leave that to dry. While that card is drying with the splattering on it, I decided to pull out my phrase label. So this is my package that has green, blue, purple in it, because I figure I might be able to find something that's, you know, more that color. And then this is brown, black, gray. There's definitely black in here, so maybe I could find something in there that has a phrase that would be appropriate. I found some things in my stash of labels that I think might work. So here are a couple. This one says, "Love this, really. Vacation, all I ever wanted," and I love it that it's got that blue in there, so I might be able to fit that in. This one is just a plain blue one, but it matches that color, and I could stamp on it. And then I have these. They're very similar design, but one says "For the record," one says "Awesome," and this is the perfect color. And so I'm wondering if somehow I can stack all of these and make them work. And then the other thing is, I know that somewhere I also have gold foil labels. I thought I knew where they were, and I looked there and they're not there. So I think I may go on an exploration mission to see if I can find out where those are, because adding one of those might be perfect for what I need. So I didn't find the labels still. I know they're here. I just can't find them. But I found these instead. And these are from Pretty Little Studio. They're just little pennants or flags, and they're gold foil. So I'm going to work one of these in instead. I forgot to point out that I had also found this that says "What of you?" and I was contemplating it for this photo because of the dome, but I'm not sure that I really like it. When I look at the other stuff I have, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep it over here. But once I start adding things, I'll see how I feel about it, and maybe I'll use it, maybe not. I decided to move around some of my photos just to place them better. And then I also pulled this card back in because it's dry now, and I wanted to be able to see how everything looks together. So I have moved this over here, and that way I can have this gold foil, but it's not right next to this. There's already a little here, and I thought putting it right across from this would be too much. So I moved it up there, and now I will start layering these other pieces with this. So after all of that, picking all of this out and applying the sticker here, it's already on and stapled, I decided I didn't like any of those phrases. But I pulled out these stickers that I have, and trying to remember what these are called. Here we go. They're from Pink Fresh Out and About line. Hopefully you can see that in the upper right hand corner. And on that sheet they have this little circle, which is a pretty close match to the colors I've got in here. So I think I'm just going to overlap that. I'll stamp something on it probably, maybe just a little image or a tiny word, stamp it on there, and then overlap that somehow, probably over the bottom edge. I decided to stamp the word "C" on it. It's from that same stamp set that I used before. It's that one right there. And then I will just overlap it over the bottom edge like so. And then I will cut off the excess. To bring in a little bit more of this shade, I have pulled out a very thin roll of washi, and I'm just going to put a little strip up here that goes partly under the word remember to bring in more of that color. And that might be it for these, other than putting together the photo flip. Before I completely put the photo flip together, I am going to add the date. It was July 25th, 2018, so I will add that here, 7/25/18. So there it is with the date on it. I'm going to put it in the flip here, and I want this one going this direction. Oops, there we go. Because I want the adhesive on the back here. I'm going to attach it to this middle section, so I need it to be opening this way. So that's what you'll see. So I'm just going to remove the adhesive. And these particular flips are from Simple Stories. That's who I use for most of these. Once in a while, I may get a package from Close to My Heart, but they're sized slightly differently from what I've found. So I like to stick to Simple Stories whenever I can. All right, so there we go. So now that's how it will open. All right, guys, now you can see it totally put together. So here's what it looks like side by side in the album. And then when you open it, you'll see that pretty card underneath. You'll see the font, and it's all set to go. All I have to do is my journaling here. Thanks for watching.